Quinn, the very problematic Valentine's Day special, and this special when it got announced, I was like, yay! More Harley Quinn. I love the Harley Quinn show. I want seasons 5, 6, and 7, 8. I feel like season 4 might be the final season, but just give me more. This version of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Just give me more of it. I love it. I love their relationship. I love the chemistry. I love the writing and the struggles they have in their relationships and all that type of stuff. And it's 43 minutes long, double the length of what a regular episode of the show would be. It's animation, so it would be probably about 20-ish minutes long. This is 43 minutes long. So I was like, good. It's Valentine's Day. It's gonna be this lovely, heartwarming thing as much and probably a lot of raunchy stuff as the show is. But I didn't realize how raunchy it was getting. Now at the beginning, I was like, this is cute. I like the idea of the little stories of how this Superman and Lois met, and how this version of Hawkman and Hawkgirl and Darkseid and his partner and all of these other members and all these other super members and how they met. And I was like, oh, Barry's going out with Zatanna. That's awesome. Well done, Barry or Wally. Good on you. And all that. And I was like, that's cute. But then, oddly enough, and this is not a pun, when the climax happens, that's when things start going crazy. And when I just went, oh my god, this is hilarious as fuck. And that's it's used the pun. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, what this special is about is insecurities. The insecurity of love. What this story is actually about is there's 3 stories. We've got parallel storytelling going on where while the Harley Quinn story going around with Ivy, the Bane story is happening and the Crayface story is going around. And I went the Crayface story, yeah, the idea of him falling in love with Captain Boomerang, Catfish, Crayface, and chopped him in half, and Crayface is just standing in the middle of Crime Alley. But his bottom half, mainly his ass, starts talking to him, and so oddly enough, the top and the bottom fall in love. You may say they are very versed in each other. And I thought, yeah, that was neat, it's cute. That's your very romantic comedy kind of story that's going along. But they do try to weave the 3 stories around. But with Bane, Bane is but this Bane storyline is all about insecurities. It is basically about body image. It's about his insecurities of expectations of society. He goes on a Tinder date, but his Tinder date is a dominatrix, and there's a scene where Bane is in a session, and while she's saying to this guy, "Oh, you're a little shit. You got a tiny dick, don't you?" While he feels insecure because he's she's a dominatrix. Part of the expectation is she wants a 9-inch or 8-inch or 7 or beyond that. And so he's I need to fix this. I need to fix that. So it's and I do the normal shit to say but it's because it's Bane saying it. It's funny when he's well, I don't think his dick is that tiny. I could see it. I think it's a very regular size for a penis. So I was like, okay. It's just Bane saying it. God damn it. And but he's insecure because he goes to Exion, who is this demon, and he who whines, which I love it. It's like men are from Venus, women are from Venus, men are from Mars. You want a bigger penis. You want a bigger dick. I was like, yep, that's fine. I like that line. But he's like, here you go, here's his potion, make make your dick bigger. But by doing that, he accidentally goes Godzilla, and he is naked, walking around Godzilla style. The insecurity part also is with Harley. Ivy just wants to, her Valentine's Day, her preference is just to sit at home, watch some TV, binge a couple episodes of television, go to bed, have sex, and then call it a day. But Harley is like, it's our first time together during Valentine's Day. We need to make it special. We need to make it absolutely special. And she just keeps on trying to make it bigger and bigger and bigger, even though Ivy's like, no, Harley, you don't need to do this. You don't really need to do that. But she goes beyond. Like, yes, she goes to, they both go to have a dinner date. A dinner date, that's like, it's not a big thing, but it's like, a dinner date. And they, of course, go to, Mama, when are you getting into my mouth? Mama, when are you going to get into the town? Which has a whole different meaning with this episode, if you really think about it. But it's her insecurities. It's Harley's insecurities. I mean, Harley, when it comes to relationships, all have insecurities with Harley. With relationships. Because she's hearing the word, it was, I'll probably rate as the third best date. And she's like, the third? No, it needs to be no one. So she goes to Exian, and she's asking, hey, do you have a potion so I could give Ivy the biggest, the biggest orgasm possible? Could I, to quote her, that it's that loud, the neighbors would think Harley is a guy, and they would call the cops on them. Yeah, that loud. And Action does. But didn't realize how loud it was going to get. To the point, Ivy's orgasm spread around Gotham, making the entire city a massive fuckfest. Like, I seriously not. Like, people are just humping in the streets. There's a cat humping a dog. There's rats and people just basically Gotham City got turned to a Poison Ivy's orgasm made Gotham into a giant fuckfest, as Bane would put it. And Bane, in Godzilla's size, because he grew up, he's like the size of Godzilla. When he's affected by let's say the spell, Bane, feeling in the mood, he is fucking buildings. He's tearing down buildings. He's listening, pounding down the buildings. And I'm like, oh dear. And he does it to Mama Whining, which, the whole Mama Whining getting into my mouth has a whole different meaning. And while that was happening, while the whole Gotham orgy was happening, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god. My jaw was on the floor. Because I'm like, this is filthy. This is raunchy. I don't know if this is so raunchy. I don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, the whole theme is insecurities and what we do for loved ones, and the communication and listening and thinking, the classic thing of, my partner might say one thing, and but I think in my head they mean another. They say everything's fine, but maybe it ain't. And you start panicking. It's like, no, trust your partner. Trust that what they say is true. What they say matters. What they say is what they Isaiah, and for Ivy's case, she just wanted to sit at home and watch some TV, and then have Valentine sex, and that's it. That's all she wanted, as she will repeat herself. And and once again, I feel bad for Bane. I feel so bad for Bane. Even though I do question his entertainment choices. Like, as Ivy said, if he liked that final episode of Dexter, the original ending for Dexter, I would question his life choices a little bit more outside of the, obviously the boring thing. But, and that. But yeah, I mean, half of it, most of it, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But then the climax happened, funny enough, right? That's where I was like, oh my god. But with Bane, what it is, Bane feels to be that type of guy who, in his 20s, he's like, pusher, like, look, everyone around me is getting married and finding out the half, and maybe they're having kids and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, in my 20s, I can, not be fussed about that. But then time passes, and you see more and more and more, to the point people are like, until the point you're like, you know what? I think I'm ready. I want to find that other half, and you're having a hard time, and life is kicking you down, and that sort of thing. I mean, I won't lie. Like, here's the thing. Me, who has never, ever celebrated Valentine's Day, and not in a, it's a super holiday thing. It's simply, like, when Valentine's Day comes along, I never had someone to celebrate with, right? So, I get what Bane's feeling. Am I that type of person who might be, like, looking for the one? Yeah. I won't lie. I am. But but for me, I was like, I feel Bane's pain. Literally, I feel Bane's pain. And I just like, every time light kicks him down, or him pounding a building because he's the size of Godzilla, I feel sorry for him. I really do. I really do. Of course, is me trying to wrap around how to talk about this episode is such a weird thing. I don't know if I'm going to use images. You'll easily find out. But see you on Saturday, guys, when I talk about The Last of Us. But everyone who on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, depending what time zone you are, have a happy Valentine's Day if it's by yourself. But by yourself or with your other half, wherever your other half is, identify or status wise, if you're married or just together. Happy Valentine's Day, and be secure. Trust your partner.